Mit 1000 Kilo.
Rind?
Our tour from racing school. I know it's called the Yass Central, but internally we call it racing school because we also have affiliation with FIA to teach young people how to become racing drivers. And we are now in a braking zone of turn number 5. It's slowly, but yeah. So here, that overtake happened, and after that we have along a straight line which is 1.14 kilometers. Why we stopped over here, because I'll let you go out, but first I'll explain to you about our track. Yeah. So this corner is a modified corner. It's not this wasn't originally like this. So let's go back when we launched our track. We launched our track in 2009. Designer of our track, his name is Hermann Timke. He's from Germany. He designed a track in Bahrain before us, and after was in India, in Russia, in Baku, Azerbaijan, Saudi Arabia, Miami, all the tracks, Turkey, all the tracks. So why him only? Because he's a good architect, yeah. That's what they say. Secondly, it has nothing to do with him being friend of Mr. Bernie. There's nothing like that. He is a good architect, and he's also a racing driver, so he knows what's really needed on the track, what kind of competition and all that. So everyone uses him, and FIA always approves his tracks, so why just pay extra money and works. So ladies and gentlemen, when we launched our track, we were having full track length of 5.554 kilometers. We were having 21 turns, 12 to the left and remaining 7 to right hand side. Whereas now, about nearly 3 years ago, 3 Grand Prix ago, in summer, it was exactly the same time when we started the modification of our track into 2021. Yeah. And we modified our track to make it a lot more quicker, reduce the corners, and it has also affected the length of the track. So in terms of time, well, the fastest time before was 1 minute and 37 seconds for Lewis Hamilton, whereas now it's 1 minute and 26 seconds for Max Verstappen. Tajideen is working with us from about 13 years, and have great. And on your left hand side you'll see some cutouts, and these cutouts are for we call it a handling stage, or rally cross championship stage, or we call it a Formula Drift stage. Now yeah, it's technically a bit of elevation and all that, and that main cutout on the left hand side next to the hill area is called North Corkscrew, and this is actually a cutout of north end of the track, and this is the north end, by the way. And on your right hand side is a building which is my favourite, because, well, my management said to tell in the tours that it has a brilliant view of the top, which is not wrong, but my salary comes from here. I love this building for that. It's the HQ of the Aspirin Circuit, yeah. Because, you know, they made me sign a contract to say truth in the tours, and yeah, so this is the truth. Here we are. So Max Verstappen did a faster speed here, and he did 326.83, and he started braking over here. But as you can see, Tajideen has no plans of braking early today. Very late braking from Taj, turning left, completely missing the apex. Going for the next one, let's see how it goes. Way better than Nico Hülkenberg. By the way, Nico Hülkenberg had a crash in this corner, and he flipped his car twice, and then he said his famous line, "I'm hanging like a cow." And in front of us is now south end of the track, or south side of the circuit. This is pit lane number 2, and pit lane number 2 is used for Formula 2, Formula 4, just like last year as a support racing, and we have about 30 garages on the right hand side. This is called a support pit lane, and the grandstand on your right hand side is for Max Verstappen fans. They're always wearing orange shirts and call themselves Orange Army. And I'm not making it up. This is south side of the circuit, and this is south grandstand. This is the last grandstand we've reached turn number 13. We call it 12A because 13 is not a very friendly number to some people. And that is where we have a bar on top of the track. And if you were drinking here, your mojito, you'll see a crash in this corner. Can anyone guess who crashed here? Latifi. Yeah. Turn number 15. And after turn number 15 is the last corner, turn 16. And before that last corner you will see the filter lane going to the main pit lane on the right hand side. Turn number 16 here. And after turn number 16 you will see the starting grid of Formula 1. The main podium is on top on the right hand side. That's the main podium. The finish line is the checkered line on the track, and the finish flag or marshal post is on the right hand side now. And in front of us is the start gantry and UAE flag marshal post, which is a race start marshal post. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Taj has stopped on P. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in turn number 9, which is the fastest corner in terms of south end of the track, and here it's a banked corner as well. Here Lewis Hamilton did 223 kilometers an hour in the corner. In front of us is a quick corner, which is a bit of a lift off, throwing weight transfer to the front and just aligning the car towards the apex of that corner, and then keeping the car off the red and white on the left hand side. This is a racing line. I'm just giving you a reference what Formula 1 cars do. They literally stay where Taj is, and then they go in to the right hand side next to the barrier. American way of racing.
We're actually changing it next week. You will just speak early.
So we're going to drag racing strip. Drag racing is American way of racing, in which two cars are stopped next to the signal and then go for a quarter-mile race. That's pretty much it. If you have not experienced it, no problem, because you have been in one of the taxis of Abu Dhabi. It's technically the same thing, stopping at the signal, going flat out. That over there is our drag racing strip, and it is approved and built under supervision of NHRA. NHRA is National Hot Road Association. If you are coming from Germany, you will know that there was a program about 4 or 5 years ago, and they tested some quick cars. Comes up from left-hand side of the track. So if you keep your eyes to the right-hand side, after this black one, you will see the tunnel going down now. Turns left under turn number 1, comes up from left-hand side now. Then it continues to the main track on the inside, let's say, or to the left-hand side at turn number 2, but it exits the track at turn number 3 on the outside of the apex. Left-hand side is general admission ticket, and in front of us is one of the nicest views of our track. And here we are, everybody. We have just done a full GP layout. Post and Cipriani on the left hand side. Cipriani is one of colleague recently bought a Ferrari SUV or crossover or whatever it is, which is lower than my muscle car. Inside now, and it's just a straight line. Can't really explain more about it. But yeah, you will see a signal over here. That means you lift off there, and then there is a red line on that drag racing strip, which means this is where the parachute deployment zone starts. So yeah, this is the finish line, and this, so that's the finish line, sorry, and this is parachute deployment zone. Gentlemen, we will go to tin villa number 10, and as soon as we go in, I'll quickly explain to you about the villa, and then we can explore a little bit as well.
So ladies and gentlemen, I'll take a moment of your attention. These villas are replacement of motor and trailer houses. So the teams don't stay, or let's say don't live here or live overnight or stay overnight over here. These villas are only active or open for the teams from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the evening for 12 hours. So I know you might hear some people working around here. During the summer, we actually do all the maintenance, everything which is required for this year's Grand Prix. Now, villa number 10, why? I took this or selected this villa because this villa is no, let's say no media villa. Yeah, because you can see that canopy outside, the two benches, that's where media can wait. Wait for the people to go out. Who are the people in this villa? This villa is for FIA and FOM senior management. And the villa next to us, which is villa number 11, is for MOPA, Ministry of Presidential Affairs, MOPA. Why 18 villas still? Because we have 10 teams. So let's say maximum we will go 12 teams in the next 2-3 years. We have 10 villas, 18 villas, because we consider if anyone traveling in to Abu Dhabi as our guest, in religion of Islam, if anyone comes to us from far away as a guest, we have to give them the same level of hospitality as our people live in. So our people, they live in brown coloured villas. So here we are, brown coloured villas. So they don't have to go through the hassle of bringing motorhomes or hiring a company doing these container houses that they usually do in the paddock areas. And who's the guest apart from the Formula One teams? Is media, it's videographers, photographers, so they have villa number 1, villa number 2, they're also support team. Villa number 12A is for DHL and DSV as logistic partners. Then we have Etihad Airways, and some of these different organizations will make Formula One happen in just for a second. Now, where the team's staying, they're staying in W Hotel. There's a footbridge which is connecting. So, ladies and gentlemen, the actual entrance is where the trucks start in the back. But we're not using it because HSC told me today that race control, you cannot go there one itinerary and all that. Today, because there is construction and all that, and we have done a deep excavation, which is not too safe. That's the actual entrance of race control. The secondary entrance is from the main pit lane, which is also closed due to construction. So the only way was to go through the officials entrance, which is for either medics, race directors, sometimes the director uses the back side, which is race control side, or the pit lane side, and sometimes they use this one because they go up to timing room and then they come down to go here. This is what usually today is. Now, when Formula One race is going on until all the 15 Grand Prix, let's say, right, so ladies and gentlemen, I will. You might be an official in the eyes of the world, because for me, it doesn't know the road. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our main race control. I'm standing here not to photobomb your photographs or videos. I'm standing here just to quickly explain you, and then I'll go out of the way. Yep. So, when Formula One race is going on, this room accommodates about, to be precise, they told me 19 people, but one is to be confirmed. So 20 people. Yeah. The bottom row is taken by head of marshals, medical staff out here, and then FIA staff, you guys sitting on this side. The senior officials of FIA, they're sitting there in the second row. And let's say section managers. There are 3 sections on our track. So section manager 1, section manager 2, section manager 3. That's how it goes. For race director, is a seat where you're sitting now. Yeah? This is the race director seat. And next to you is deputy director of the race.